Hey guys, I figured I would do a little life update video because I was in an accident about 3 weeks ago now, and I figured I would just kind of share it with you guys. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but I figured why not, because I feel like you guys are kind of my friends. So I wanted to kind of tell you guys what happened. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have already seen the post that I did explaining what happened, but I figured I'd make a video as well and just kind of share some more details. But overall I can say I'm doing pretty well. My orthopedist says I'm doing really well, so that's good. But it was a pretty intense thing. So I was at my aunt and uncle's land, and they have side-by-side, so kind of think like four-wheelers, but they're side-by-side. So like a car, you have the person driving and then someone in the passenger seat. I was in the passenger seat, and basically the side-by-side got turned too hard where it just flipped and just like fell on my side, and I basically got slammed into the ground, and my humerus snapped in half. It wasn't just a fracture, like it completely snapped in half. And so I went to the hospital and I had to have surgery, which I'm kind of like terrified of surgery. The idea of being put to sleep is really scary to me. But I was okay. I actually wasn't as scared as I thought it would be. I knew God was with me. I was just praying to him. And I was also just in like so much pain that I was also kind of just out of it, I guess, kind of because of like the pain medicine that I was on, where I was just kind of a little dazed, I guess, just kind of just like ready to get it done with, if that makes any sense. I'll show you guys some pictures of the x-rays. I'll put that right here. So yeah, it got completely snapped in half, and my arm was really bruised. So for the surgery, they had to put a plate and screws to really put the bone back together. Like, it's an intense break, and it's gonna take me some time to heal. I'm getting married in 2 months, so I'm gonna have a nice scar in the back where they opened me up. It's like 6 inches long, which I'll show you guys it. I can also show you guys some pictures of my arm, like when it first happened, because it was super bruised. The bruising has gone down a lot in 3 weeks. It's pretty amazing how the body can heal. So I can show you guys the bruising pictures, but I'll just put a warning here first for those of you who are squeamish and don't like looking at like bruises and things like that. Maybe just skip past, but I'm gonna show you guys right now. So here are some pictures of the bruises, and it was pretty intense. I feel like almost the pictures don't even like pick up how bruised my arm was. But what's actually quite interesting is when you have the plate and screws, I can actually like start using my arm, and they do recommend that I don't wear a sling all the time, because if you do, then your arm will get stiff. So I really need to like practice like moving it around. So this is the arm, and I'll show you guys also what it looks like. I'll show you guys also the incision spot. It looks a little gnarly right now, but actually my orthopedist said they did an amazing job with both the surgery and also the with the incision and how it looks. So I'm gonna show you guys right now. So if you're squeamish, maybe don't look. I don't know, it's not like too bad, but it's there. So it looks like really dark right now, and as you can see, it's quite long. A lot of what you see, like that darkerness to it, is like there's pen where they marked it to make sure they're cut in the right spot and whatnot. That'll go away, and it'll be a thinner line. The actual line is quite thin where the scar will be, and yeah, so that's what it is. And my motion right now is definitely like limited. Like for example, this arm, I can like touch my shoulder, and this arm, I've actually been working on it for 3 weeks, so I'm actually doing quite well, but this is pretty much as far as I can go right now. But as you can see, there's a difference, but honestly, like, I'm doing pretty good, so that's good. And there is a gnarly looking scar. It's actually not scar, sorry, bruise. It's actually a lot better than it was. My arm was a little green up there too where it's bruising, and this whole area was way more bruised, which you saw from those pictures. But it's healed a lot, so you can see that bruising has gone down a lot. Yeah, I actually don't have feeling in parts of my arm right now, which isn't fun. Like right here, so I can like feel there's a pressure, but I can't totally feel it, like feel myself touching myself like I can on this arm. So the numbness kind of goes from here to here. But that should come back. It's just kind of the nerves have to like regenerate. So my orthopedist said it could take a few months. So it's hard to say, but it could take a few months, but that's normal with this type of injury. So yeah, it definitely feels weird not having feeling in part of my arm. Like if I get an itch, I can't scratch it because I can't feel it. And then also something that's gonna take time is being able to fully extend my arm again. That's probably the hardest. So as far as I can go. This is pretty much as far as I can go. So got a little ways to go. Also, I'm not supposed to like do like too much workouts right now since the bone is still healing. The plate and the screws are holding the bone together, but it's still healing. But like, isn't that amazing that like a bone will just form back together? I just think that's incredible. Like just the way that God has created our bodies to heal. I just think it's so cool and amazing. And as difficult as this has been, I know so many people have like lost limbs and stuff. I have to remember like it could have been a worse accident. I could have lost my arm, but I didn't, and I'm gonna be okay. It's definitely, you know, it's still difficult, and I think it's okay to say it's difficult, but I know a lot of people have been through a lot worse. But I just kind of wanted to share what happened. I'll give you guys a little life update, but that's pretty much it. It's gonna take a little while to heal. This bruise was so much worse before. It kind of looked like mold. It's actually looking a lot better now than it did before. And the plate will likely just stay in my arm. The plate and screws will likely just stay in there forever, because otherwise they would have to open me back up again, which, you know, they could, but there's really no reason to do that unless there's issues for some reason. But there shouldn't be any issues. Like for example, like sometimes if they have to do something like that in like a knee or a joint that's actually like moving a lot, sometimes the screws can kind of get loose. But because, you know, this part of your arm doesn't bend, that shouldn't happen. So also like having to like get opened up to remove the plate and the screws, you'd have like holes in your bones where holes in your bone where the screws went through. I mean, that would heal and that would form again, but just like having to go through surgery again and open my arm back up again, I feel like that's like, it's just like adding more trauma to the body, which, you know, they could do if they needed to, but hopefully I won't need to do that. But it is very strange to me that I have just like metal in my body now. Like it kind of creeps me out, but yeah. Oh, the weirdest thing was not being able to touch my face. If I could touch my face again, it still kind of like hurts to do this, but and like eating is like difficult. Like it really feels like a workout to like bring a spoon to my mouth. And I couldn't touch my head at first, but now I can. So I am improving. There's my life update. Yeah, I hadn't been posting on YouTube for a little while. I've been trying to post more again and just getting back into it, but I definitely took a little bit of time to heal because I just needed to rest. And also the medicine that I was on made me feel really like kind of like sick or like I was gonna pass out, so it was hard for me to get any work done. But yeah, I'm glad to be back making videos and stuff for you guys. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope nothing tragic has been happening to you guys, but whatever you're going through, I hope you are doing well, and just remember that God loves you and he's with you. I know not everybody believes in God, but I do, and I really believe that he is looking out for all of us even when we don't feel like it. Maybe like my arm broke, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't looking out for me, because I really do feel like he was there for me during the whole thing and just helped me get through it because it was scary, and thinking about it makes me emotional. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you were all doing well. Anyway, I hope to see you all for my next video. Bye guys.